Okay, we've been pushing for a while and I don't feel hot water yet. There's an indicator light right here. This thing, look at that. Okay. You turn off that way? There you go. You just push it to turn on off and you put the water where you leave the water where you like it. Either way, I had it on push for, oh there it is, pull for hot water. A lot of times on these you push them for hot water. A lot of times that's what happens. Okay, our oven door is all blown apart there. Our dishes are fine. Of course we don't have any dishes in there, but all that steam, that's how we clean our glasses. And our camera lens too, I guess. How about that? Alright. So moving on along, that's the formal dining area. And we got animals and critters and love in here. Yeah, we do. This is the office study room. Some people had called it a wrestling room, I guess. You know? I thought I promised I wasn't going to say that, but anyway, I just couldn't keep myself from it. Yeah, transom light. Is that fogging? These windows do not work. If Grampy can't open and close them, then they can't be opened and closed. I thought I'd latched them too. Okay, I latched them, but then and a lot of windows are fogging. Our tops and bottom rails on our doors have not been painted. Okay, so they can get moisture inside the doors and swell up, and then the manufacturer may not warrant the doors failure, but this home's old enough you don't have any warranty left. That's just the way it always was. Now, I'm not required to do moisture meter tests, but over here I'm getting like 15%, and that's a little bit high. A little bit high according to most manufacturers. But over here in the office study, not to be confused with the wrestling room, I'm getting 21%. So everybody agrees that the moisture is pretty much elevated in that corner. I mean nobody's going to argue that point. I don't know why. I'm not a floor covering specialist. Another thing I'm not required to do is I'm not required to measure the foundation elevation differentials. I'm a home inspector. I should stay in my lane. I'm not an engineer. I shouldn't pretend like I'm an engineer. I'm not going to calculate the slope. I use engineering equipment, and I'm not going to calculate the slope. I'm not looking for specs. I got guidelines. Throw down hard and fast blue-collar guidelines with a blue-collar professional in me. And the two guidelines I'm looking for is no more than 1 inch of floor height elevation differential within 25 feet, and we have that. And no more than 2 inches of floor height elevation differential overall. And we have that on both corners of the house, which is where I'm finding most of the evidence of structural movement on the brickwork outside happens to be in this area. But I'm getting about 2.5 inches across the front, more than 1 inch here, more than 1 inch there, and about 2.5 inches. Moving on along. Coming inside of here, this is called Inspector Theater.
Can I come in?
Come on in, Mr. Fire. The door's open for you.
Thank you. You always make me feel so warm and welcome.
No, this door's supposed to have a spring on it. It's supposed to have a spring on it. Was it required when happened? No, it's supposed to have a spring on it. They don't require it. No, it's supposed to have a spring on it. Most of the things you care about, and I get it. There's a lot of things to care about in that garage. I can tell there's a lot of love stored in that garage. But most of the things you care about are on this side of the door. We do not have GFCI protection. We do not have GFCI protection. Clothes dryer length is not labeled. The clothes dryer vent to the exterior is an off-label application. Okay, off-label application. Moving in, we got a little bit of movement over here on some of our doors. This closet door, you go in the other bedroom, the other closet door on this side, on the east side of the house. The ball tension latches don't work really well. And all 3 of the bedrooms, our smoke alarms are hanging free. Free like the wind. Alright. Same thing. Some of our windows are a little difficult to operate. Some of our window latches are a little difficult to operate. This is the north bedroom. In this closet, there's an access to the bathtub, and the bathtub is not properly supported. Okay, moving on along. Trudging across the tundra, mile after mile. This countertop is an addition. Okay, the lavatory used to be over there, and they've had to make some adjustments. And anytime you modify a structure, there should have been a building permit. I get it. You're putting a cabinet in. That's almost arguable. Half bath. Now, in these bathrooms, we do not have escutcheon plates on our drain piping or our water supply piping. I didn't even check in the kitchen sink, which we're going to end up there, so I'll do that. Coming along, I cannot get the fireplace to respond. There's a switch for it. The fireplace is missing a cap. Fireplace flue is not properly supported in the attic. I cannot see the fire blocking plate because the attic insulation is too close to the flue. So I get all that. So bifold glass doors, wooden floors. I'm not seeing any carpet. Okay, no, I saw carpet. There's carpet in here. Moving on along. I turned the pump motor on. I did not fill the tub up because the drain stopper doesn't work. Okay, hot's on the left, cold's on the right. I get that. Also, I'm not seeing a speak bud. What are you not seeing? I'm not seeing a GFCI protected receptacle for the bathtub. There's a gap underneath there. Wallpaper, this is like a petri dish. Okay, there's no telling what you're going to find when you peel this wallpaper off, should you peel it off. There's no telling what you're going to find behind there. Now the EPA, they'll tell you, less than 10 square feet, just get rid of it. Nugget, how you doing, Nugget? Okay, some of the windows we couldn't get to. The windows are in generally poor condition. And it would be prudent to budget accordingly. Oh, there's another fogging window, a little semicircular transom up there. Okay, I have to add that to the list. I hope I can remember that. Moving on along, receptacle outlet should not be recessed more than 6 inches. That's only about 5 years old, that code, so it wasn't required. We got a dog door in our door here. Again, some more fogging windows. Intercom systems are beyond the scope of this inspection. Intercom systems are beyond the scope, and it wasn't working for me. The doorbell would not work for me. Pull for hot water, push for cold. The sink was dripping just a little bit. Gas cooktop does not have a sediment trap. Microwave is a little too close, unless you read the manufacturer's instructions, which I don't have. Oven door is just blown off its hinges. So this oven has seen better days.